can't go to bed because I want to know what happened. It's my first day back at work today after a summer break, and the bane of being an Australian but following a lot of Americans on YouTube is there was a lot of talk today about Molly Golightly's meetup in New Orleans, and great start to my video. And I got asked just before when I went live about how I feel about it, and I feel like one of those people who follows a TV series for months on end, and then the night of the final episode, I had something else on and I ended up not seeing it. And it does seem to be the talk of the YouTubes, and I'm really keen to find out what happened. So I've just put Molly's name in my title. I went live just before and had a few people watching that, and they've all departed. And they're subs of mine, so I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm just going to hang around for a little while before I go to bed, because I feel like I've missed the last episode of Dallas, and I don't know that JR's been shot. I was wondering if someone might come in and tell me what happened. Let's see. But then America's maybe asleep or getting up for work on their Monday morning, because it's 11:20 here on Monday night. There may not be anybody around who can fill me in. Just grab my mineral water. All I know is there's a mugshot that apparently is legitimate. I saw people putting a website up and other people were checking it out, and yeah, from what I could gather, it was a legitimate mugshot. I know that there's speculation that she was actually arrested at the hotel, because the mugshot looks like she's wearing her hotel dressing gown, robe. I know there's been speculation about why she was arrested and charged with theft, and apparently to be charged with theft in America, there's monetary limits. So you've got to take something or steal something of value exceeding an amount, and there was discussion whether it was $500 or $1,000. And I know that some channels just weren't discussing it at all, but I'm not a big channel. I'm just someone who followed her and enjoyed the train wreck viewing. And yeah, something's gone down and I don't know what it is, and I was keen to find out what happened. But 3 minutes and 20 something seconds into my live and nobody's... someone's joined. Cool. How you doing? I've been honey boner. It is evening for me. It's 25 past 11 p.m. on Monday night, and I had my first day back at work after my summer break today, and which was only a week long. I should have taken 2 weeks off, but I went live a bit earlier just to see what this backdrop is like. I'm experimenting, as you know, with different parts of my house and whatever. I'm happy to be stuck with you because I caught up on a little bit in my lunch break today, and it goes without saying that the talk of the YouTube world today was Molly Golightly being arrested in New Orleans. And I was saying earlier, I feel like I've watched Dallas, for months and months and months, and then on the night of the final episode where JR got shot, I had something on and missed it, and I don't know what happened. And yeah, I'm kind of curious because I wasn't able to pick up much information. That criminal. So what's the story? I know that the mugshot is a verified mugshot. It's a legitimate one. I know that there's a theory that she was actually arrested at the hotel that she was staying at because it looks like she's got the bathrobe on from the hotel in her mugshot. I know that she was charged with theft, and there's been a bit of discussion about what the minimum amount of the value of whatever it is you steal in America. In different states, you've got to steal something worth X amount before you get charged with theft. And I know that a lot of the YouTube channels were refusing to discuss it. And I'm not a powerful YouTube channel. I just want to know if anyone knows anything else. It's been raining here and my house is full of bugs. I did a live before, which it's not worth watching, trust me. But there was a massive huntsman spider out on my deck. There was a possum desperately trying to get inside, and it was climbing up the wall on that side of the house. And then that wall, I just rescued a cockroach that had drowned. It was drowning in a dog bowl out on my deck. And I did a review of mineral water, but it wasn't very riveting. But yeah, I just wanted to know. I mean, if that's all that anyone else knows, that's cool. But it just was frustrating because I was at work and shit was going down, and I got asked how I feel about it, and I don't feel qualified to comment. I don't know anything. So Honeyboner says, happened Friday night. I saw that, yeah, like at 4:45 or something on the Saturday morning of my birthday. Fucking, I was misbehaving on my birthday, but I didn't get arrested, for crying out loud. What's with January the 12th? You're right on that. The amount stolen makes a big difference of the degree of the charge. But is that all anyone knows, Honeyboner, or is there more to it? Has more info come out? Because you know when you've got like you're working or you're doing something and you've got to focus on that, but you just keep getting snippets of something. I missed the craziness. What was the craziness? Just the whole story breaking and people losing their shit. I mean, I got up to speed in the chat bubble about it. And I noticed there were comments that, some of the YouTubers weren't discussing it or they were just ignoring it. It sounds messy though. And then in my life before, I actually said, I think a fall from grace can be, I mean, she was train wreck viewing, which is why I started watching her when she started talking about Christopher Watts. That's when I got into watching her, only because I was fascinated by the case, and I've never watched lives or anything like that on YouTube before. And somehow, I don't know if somebody posted a link or whatever, but I suddenly started watching her, and I do love me a train wreck, but this sounds like the train and the caboose have slammed into the side of a mountain. Oh, okay, so I've got as much info as everyone else. Well, that's cool. I had FOMO. I had fear of missing out. I thought I'd missed the biggest scandal on YouTube in the last week. And but if that's all we know, so do you know, like she's in Louisiana, right? So do you know what the deal is with theft charges there? Like what the minimum amount is you've got to steal to be charged with theft? More juice about Big Juicy. In my life just before, someone who watches a lot of YouTubers predicted that she's off to rehab next. That'll be the next thing. I don't know. When I said I think a fall from grace is sad, I also believe in karma, and I think if people put stuff out there and karma will catch up with you. But at least I know I don't know any less than anyone else. I always get the itchiest noses when I'm doing lives. It's really bad. There's going to be a rumor that I've got a coke habit, but trust me, I can't afford a coke habit. So 500 and 1,000 usually the difference, misdemeanor and felony. Were there theories? Were people speculating about what it was? Like, is there a theory that she stole? I saw people saying that she might have done a runner from a restaurant without paying a bill, but I found it really interesting that there's people saying that it looks like she's wearing the hotel bathrobe, which suggests maybe she got arrested at the hotel. Or is this to do with raising money for Frankie to go there and he didn't? Or I guess you don't know. At least I can sleep well when I go to bed shortly, knowing that I'm up to speed on it. It's so weird. The YouTube world is such a new concept to me, and the characters that dwell within it, and this just the incredible amount of stuff that's happened. And it always goes back to that fucker Christopher Watts, but the amount of stuff that has happened. Like, I didn't even watch YouTube before this case, and then you get sucked into this world, and you start watching these people, and there's been podcasts imploding, and a lot of infighting and bitching and drama, which I don't like in my life, but it's kind of interesting to be a bit of an innocent bystander. But this is it's just like, it's better than any reality show, isn't it? Because this is real. We're watching people just living and shit going down. But I saw another message of yours I didn't get to read. A lot thought she ran out on a bar tab, but someone said something about it being about a big amount, kind of had to run up her. Yeah, well, $1,000, like for a 500 bond. We have 2 posts, 10% of bond. Oh, what? Your bond is 10% of the amount that she's stolen or whatever. 500 bond she posted. We have 2 posts, 10% of bond. Her bond was 5,000. I studied law because I'm really bad at maths, but even that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, in Australia, bond isn't based on, like, if it's, yeah, it's not based on any sort of, there's not like a monetary percentage or anything like that for the bond. It's based on, how high profile a case is, what the flight risk is like. I mean, Chris Dawson, who got arrested for murdering his wife, a very old case in Australia, in a really good podcast called The Teacher's Pet, but his bond was $1 million because he's been living the high life for 30 years since he allegedly murdered his wife. And yeah, he had to raise $1 million, and he did raise $1 million bond. Okay. I am still here. I've come back toxic free because Joey was asking how I feel about the Molly GOLIGHTLY stuff, and I only got snippets of it throughout the day, and I don't feel qualified to have an opinion on it. So I came on here because I thought maybe somebody could fill me in a bit. But the lovely Honeybone has come on and told me that I pretty much know as much as everyone else. I didn't miss out, but I felt like when Joey was asking me about it, I felt like I'd been watching a gripping TV series for a few months, and then I missed the final episode, and I had fear of missing out. How come you came back? I thought you were doing stuff at the salon. Are you as interested as I am? I just was curious because it's YouTube. Right. So bond is 5,000. You have to post 10%. Right. So the bond being at $5,000, is that indicative of maybe what the dollar value of this incident is? You're waiting for a basin to be delivered, to be delivered. No, we get there in the end, honey boner. I talk in abbreviated sentences and words at this hour of the night, so my friends can speak fluent Tory, or at least understand late night Tory, but I don't know if I'm going to be this. I'm experimenting with times of the day and night as well, and this would not be an ideal time for America because most people would be getting up and going to work on a Monday morning. The time zone's really fucking with my YouTube plans. Oh, I hate that toxic free when yeah, you have to use your day off for something and then you sit around all fucking day and it gets to like 4:45 and you ring them and say, when are you delivering this bloody thing? And they go, oh, sorry, we got held up. We'll deliver it next Tuesday. That being said, the guy that installed my hydronic heating sent me a letter last week saying that they were coming around this morning to service it, and they rocked up on the dot of the time that was in the letter and serviced my hydronic heating. So they were good. They look after us. Good customer service. Yeah, well, skipping on a bar tab though, like, how many people rocked up to her meet and greet? Well, somewhere out there, someone online calls it something else, and it's really derogatory and quite funny. But yeah, I mean, I saw yesterday. I saw the I've got food poisoning video, and I thought that was really odd because she said she had 45 minutes to get downstairs, and but she was also saying she was too sick to do it at all. So wouldn't you just say, "Sorry, guys, I'm actually really unwell," or wouldn't you not go live and get in the shower and sort your stuff out and get down there? Even if you go down, I mean, I've had to perform stand-up comedy when I've been sick, and it's not fun. But even just going down there or sending somebody down there to say she's really unwell. But that was odd. The food poison. I ate something bad. I mean, I did say someone say maybe that's why she didn't pay the bill, but so we're all as clueless as each other on this. Well, it's certainly got tongues wagging, hasn't it? Didn't look like many went. Yeah, but see, for somebody who was at work today, I did have a bit of a scan around the YouTube channels and read some comments, and there was a theory, might have even been in our chat bubble, honey boner, that was an old photo of them because Molly looks a lot thinner in the photo. Food poisoning. Yeah, it was a hangover, clearly, because the meet and greet was on the evening of January the 12th, and she was arrested at 4:45 on the morning of January the 12th. And I'd imagine she would have been kept at the station. Do you call them police stations? Where do you get taken when you get arrested in America? Is it a police station? Cop shop? Cop shop. Yeah, you don't just rock up, get charged, and then sent home. So she probably had only just got back from the cop shop. Look at her sleuthing what happened. Here's another question, though, too. How are the people that donated money to send Frankie there, how are they going to feel? Ding, ding, ding. What was that for? Cop shop? This is mineral water, by the way. I did a review of it earlier, or I did a game because I got this today. You're angry, toxic free because the basin still hasn't arrived. I got this today. It's calm and stormy sparkling mineral water, and it says that it is filtered through volcanic rock. Doom, 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 doom. Did one of my crazy reviews. Yeah, you won, and also Joey both said clear. But it says it's filtered through volcanic rock. And because it was in a black can, and it says on the back that the calm and stormy sparkling mineral water sheltered from prying eyes in a 100% recyclable can. And I thought because it had gone through lava rock, it was going to be black. So I took bids, and there were two guesses it was clear, one that it was green with grey with green algae, and one that it was black, which was me. And it was actually clear. But I've got to say, as far as mineral waters go, it's very tasty. I'm digging the lava rock goodness. And it probably costs $98 for this little can. All these hipster products, but it is nice. I always have the coolest stuff. It's the subscription box stuff. I'll show you. I'm going to do a review of another thing that I got today, and this you won't get this because it's a very Australian thing. But I'll explain to you why it's hilarious. This subscription box is an Australian one called Goodness Me, and it's like healthy snacks and healthy products like this and turmeric things and skincare products and whatever, and you get to try stuff. And I really like it because if you like the stuff you try, then you go, well, I'll buy that when I see it. But I also got this, which is a turmeric elixir with apple cider vinegar, and it's from a company called Rooted in Nature. You see up the top there, Rooted in Nature. But this is so bloody Australian on the side of the bottle. And I'll do a separate review for this because I just want to have a video that's called what this says. # get rooted. And why it's fucking funny is in Australia, root means sex. So it's a polite way of saying get fucked, get rooted. I lost a viewer when I brought this along. That sucks. But yeah, naughty, but very Aussie sense of humour. Rooted drinks, cleanse and get back to your roots. The double entendre. Get rooted. Yeah, someone pissing you off, just tell them to get rooted. Do you say get stuffed? Is that an Aussie thing too? Like when our parents used to piss us off, we'd be like, oh, get stuffed. And then we'd cop a bollocking for doing that. Get rooted. Go on, get rooted. Knob off. That's very English. A first for you, honey boner. What, get stuffed and get rooted? Yeah. You know how you say route? R-O-U-T-E, route. We say route. But then your song is Route 66. Why wasn't that Route 66? Go figure. Now, I did miss something further up. Oh, about me having all the coolest stuff. That's why I'm getting subscription boxes because, yes, you will be getting half a bag of moldy black salt for guessing it was clear, toxic free. Yeah, I do have cool stuff because I get these subscription boxes. They're hilarious. And actually, what I'm going to do, root, tomato, banana, all that stuff. I'm thinking of getting an eBay mystery box because I've watched a few unboxings of them, and it seems if you're female and you indicate that when you order one, even if it's 25, 50, 100, 200 bucks, you get a vibrator invariably or a dildo. The viewers are dropping off. Well, the reality is we don't know. I don't know any more than anyone else really when it comes to Molly Golightly. So the gossips didn't come running to fill us in. Whoa. What's that emoji? Is that a little... Were you guys watching only when his super chats were being read out by the robot, and then he said, I wonder what the emojis are like, and I did 3 emojis and it went smiley face crying tears of joy. That's the best $2 I've spent in a while. So yeah, it looks like Molly Golightly, we don't know much. You'll take a vibrator or a dildo? Is that what you're saying, Honey Boner, you naughty little thing? With a name like Honey Boner, would it be appropriate for you to get a dildo in the mail? Yeah, they're reading out the emojis because I heard Oni say, I wonder what happens when they do an emoji. And it was really funny because Gwen and I both at the same time did. This is private property and a private road, but I put the emojis on at the end. Oh, yeah, boner jokes. So many boner jokes will be coming your way. I wonder if the new person that's joined us knows any more about Molly Golightly or just wants to throw some gossip into the mix. I don't know how I feel about it. She's got a lot of people who hate her, and they're all just probably having, pajama parties and getting pissed and just celebrating like fucking crazy right now. But I do love that train wreck viewing stuff. But it looks like she's just slammed into the side of a hill, and I wasn't expecting that. You think she'll make a video? I don't know. I don't know. I think since she did the video where she said she was never going to talk about Chris Watts again and focus on her life coaching, blah, 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 from that point on, I think she's been a very strange unit. Things aren't right, and she's been talking about how she doesn't like having 20,000 subs, and at the same token, she talks about how much money she's making because she's got 20,000 subs. She's messy. It's messy, but I don't know whether to feel. I certainly don't feel happy because I don't have a particularly strong view of her either way. I just like um, the train wreck viewing aspect of it, but I don't like all the YouTube drama. I think there's a lot of really hurtful things have happened to a lot of people that on all sides of on all sides of the fence. Everyone's on the fucking same side if you're on the fence, but you know what I mean? Like, no matter what side you're on, or even if you're neutral, I think a lot of people who've inherently got good hearts have been dragged through the mud and have had all sorts of shitty things happen to them. I mean, I don't have any influence on YouTube, so I don't mind putting a little live up and having a chat about it. But there's definitely been, yeah, the name calling, but the name calling's been hideous in all directions as well. And I get it, like the people that are involved in it, some of them it is intensely personal. And I understand why they've got involved and got upset, but the rest of us have just been watching this stuff, unfolding on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Like, YouTube's better than reality TV because this shit's real. You can play a bit of a character and be a bit of a personality and whatever on YouTube, but there's real emotion and real drama, and I don't have any intentions of getting involved in any drama on YouTube. I can't be bothered. In fact, I quite enjoyed having a troll in my live the other night. He fed me some great one-liners or opportunities for one-liners. Hi, Suzanne. You're new. I haven't chatted to you before. Australian. But Honey Boner thought I was from New Zealand, and I was horrible. I was mortally offended because Australia and New Zealand, we're rivals because we're the closest countries to each other and we're both isolated countries. But yeah, I had a troll. If you haven't watched the purple lipstick video yet, it's 40 minutes long, so I don't blame you if you haven't. But it does get very funny at the end if you watch like the first. Although Jojo Flash, the troll, was hilarious and was cracking on all the girls, mainly girls mods from the JS for Justice group were in there. And he's chatting them all up, and he was being, do you want to see my dick? And then there were comments about how big's your penis. And the shitty thing about it was he deleted himself and all of his comments afterwards, but he fed some brilliant one-liners. But the really funny thing was he very innocently threw in a very sexual thing, which was something that which was double penetration, which Nicole Kessinger had Googled, and I just lose it at the end. So if you watch like the first few minutes to see the purple lipstick dilemma I had, if you can see your way through it, just put it on while you're cleaning the toilet or something. But Jojo, I loved him. I'd bring on the trolls. I like bouncing off people, and he was just feeding these pervy one-liner or pervy sentences that were great for me to make one-liners. So yeah, I'm an Aussie, not a Kiwi, but I actually love New Zealanders as well. But there is a bit of sort of friendly rivalry between the two countries. I'm in Tasmania, which is the little island at the bottom of Australia, little heart-shaped island. But yeah, apparently, I mean, New Zealanders, I'm not very good at doing accents, but New Zealanders, yeah, I am in Hobart. Well, I'm about 40 minutes out of Hobart. Have you been to Hobart? I've got to say, this expensive hipster mineral water in a can, um, fucking delicious. Keith Urban is, no, he's not from Tassie. He's not. I can't remember if he's from New South Wales or Queensland. I was an exchange student too, Suzanne. I went to America. Very friendly people. Whereabouts were you? Got 15 years ago. You're a baby. I was an exchange student to Kansas City in the 80s. Honeyboners in Kansas City. Where did you come? Which part of Oswego? Myrtleford, Victoria. Very nice. Well, this wanky hipster mineral water, I shouldn't say that because it is actually lovely, is from Victoria's Central Highlands. I did read where it's from before. Where is it from? No, I can't see it. Best before date. Does mineral water really need that? It said on here somewhere where it was made. I read out the address. Oh, here we go. Flinders Lane, Melbourne. Well, maybe that is where they make it. Anyway, this wasn't around when you were here 15 years ago, but everyone's now into Calm and Stormy mineral water. This isn't a sponsored live, by the way. Have we got has anyone joined us who's got any more info on, I've got 7 watching now, toxic free. That's exciting, isn't it? I only need 1 more and I've got my record. But I've only got 2 likes. I don't blame you. For those of you who've never watched me before, I'm learning how to do YouTube videos and I'm trying different parts of my house and getting feedback on lighting. Like, I know I've got a very shiny forehead when I'm in the kitchen. But I also wanted to know if anyone had any news on Molly GOLIGHTLY, because I went back to work today and I felt like I'd missed some gossip. Yeah, the Professor Plum one's the lipstick one. I don't mind it, but you don't have to apologise about the New Zealand thing. We're all down here together. We're both Commonwealth countries. We've got the same queen. We're fine. But I don't normally get asked if I sound like a Kiwi. I usually get asked if I'm English. When I go to America, I get asked if I'm English. Oh, beautiful skin. Thank you. That's really sweet. I don't really care thank you. That's lovely. But I'm not obviously on this to be, I'm beautiful. Admire me from afar. But thank you for the comment about my skin. That's nice. I've started looking after it now that I've turned 50. Well, once I turn 50, I'll start looking after it. So this is like 2 years of me looking after my skin. Have any of the 6, God, we came so close to breaking my record. It's nearly midnight here and I didn't want to go to bed without any more gossip on Molly GOLIGHTLY, but we've established that, oh, by the way, I've got little possum Joeys running up and down my deck tonight. So if you hear little thunderous, it's possums having fun out on my deck. It rained tonight and there's bugs and things out there and they're having a field day because they eat all that stuff. Oh no, now we're down to 5. So close to getting to 8. Beauty tips. I think Tasmanians, we're very lucky. We've got very clear water, very pure water. Like I drink, well, I'm on tank. Oh my God, they're knocking things over on my deck. I'm on tank water and it's divine pure rainwater. So I do have to admit that environmental factors are definitely part of it. Also, I didn't have children. If you want a beauty tip, how to look or how to look after your skin or to not look tired all the time, don't have kids. But I'm lucky that I didn't have kids. I think so now. Took me a while to get used to the fact I wasn't going to have them, but I've been pretty contentedly child free by the age of 30. So probably genes. I think my mum and dad looked a bit younger than they were, but most Tasmanians do look younger because we're very south. Referring to the Clearwater, thank you. I don't have a problem with people that have had kids, but I'm not one of those people that couldn't and ended up being a mess about it. I actually used it to my advantage and embraced a child-free life and traveled the world and did stuff that my friends with kids couldn't. But yeah, I'm lucky with the water for sure. I think Vegemite's really good for hangovers, vitamin B, good source of that. My camera's doing a lot of this. I don't think it likes the lighting in here. Sort of trying to focus a lot. Oh, you should join my Facebook child-free community, Child-Free Chicks Confidential. There's about nearly 10,000 in Child-Free Chicks Confidential, and then there's about 3,000 in Child-Free Chicks. If you're on Facebook, line up at the door and I'll add you. They're really good groups. There's a lot of fun that goes on in there. Child-Free Chicks Confidential. Yep. If you pop, there's 3 little questions that you have to answer. And I think one of them at the moment is what makes you laugh. And if you just put your live videos on YouTube, I'll let you in. The KitchenAid blue. Yeah, it's stunning, isn't it? That particular color is called Crystal. And a lot of my friends I've got a lot of red in my house. It's not my favorite color, but I do love red. But that blue is my favorite color. And a lot of my friends were horrified I didn't get a red KitchenAid. And they said, why didn't you? And I said, because that's my favorite color. Smurf blue. Yeah, my glasses are blue. They look black to me. And they're bright blue on the side. And that's navy blue. I bought these as my at-home glasses, and they're more comfy than my work ones. I'm not going to get to 8 views, unfortunately. And the people who did join in didn't give us any gossip or news. And for me, it's not so much the gossip. The gossip drama stuff's not how I work, but I am curious. But I guess we'll find out. What are people's theories? How do you all feel about it? Do you think she's going to do a live tomorrow? Do you think she needs to Hi, Clary T. There's no news. Nobody say anything. Yeah, I was back at work for today for the first day of my little summer break with 5 days off. Fake to get attention again. That's interesting though, Suzanne, because the one thing that makes me think it can't be fake is the mugshot is on a legitimate web page. It would be a very stupid idea being a life coach, but to be honest, her train wreck viewing, a lot of the times I think she's done things that are pretty cringy for a life coach. I mean, I don't dislike her and I don't love her. I'm sort of entertained by her because there's a fair bit of train wrecky stuff going on. But that being said, I can't watch her for 3.5 hours straight or 6 hours straight. And I don't like the drama that happened. I thought a lot of people got dragged into it that didn't need to be. And she knows that everyone knows now. It's just a matter of how she's going to respond. I think the best thing for her would be to say she made a mistake. And I think the other thing that would be good would be for her to tell the truth about what happened, even if the truth is really bad and embarrassing. But I did see, after I finished work, I spent a bit of time scanning all of these comments just to try and see if anything had happened. But I did see a lot of people saying that they don't expect her to tell the truth. But fuck, if she has someone who's good with PR and good at giving advice, yeah, and that's true too, honey boner. We don't really know What? Yeah, what she's like. I mean, we don't know what we see on there if that's like her at all, or yeah. So Suzanne, the I did get the impression that the website is legitimate. It's yeah, correct, Clary. I like your name, Clary T. That's a name that makes you smile. Is it meant to be pronounced like Clarity though, or Clarity? Because it's cute. Or are you like a Claire, and your surname starts with T, and your friends call you Clary? I was going to say, oh, you're a Julian Clary fan, but his Clary spelt differently, but equally cool. I don't like this thing that's happening, and I think the lighting in here is the cause of that. I apologise, but I'm experimenting with different. Ah, your name is Claire, and your friends call me Clary. Yeah, I've got one of my cousin's kids is a Clary, and she's a Claire as well, not a Clare. It is. It's a gorgeous name. I love the name Claire. It's a lovely middle name too. So is May. May and Claire go really well with so many names. I've only got 4 viewers now, but I've also got 4 likes. So at the moment, I'm feeling 100%. I think people came in here hoping that I had info, but I think my head is pretty clear. I was actually after information. I don't know much at all. Louise is your middle name. I'm Victoria Jane Louise. Claire Louise. I've got a feeling my cousin's daughter's Claire Louise too. It's very French. Claire Louise. Like and subscribe. Yeah, you tell them, honey boner. Like and subscribe. Can you believe I've got 41 subs now? I can't. I'm not going to be a Marissa and count subs, trust me. Look at me without any mascara or eyebrows, like any. Getting old. You get all your hair on your face gets lighter, except for the hair on your chin. Thank you, Suzanne, for subscribing. That's lovely. So I guess 41. 41. Yeah. Hot diggity dog. Woo! I guess before I go, because the clock has struck midnight and I'll turn into a pumpkin. I think if I was like a PR rep kind of person advising Molly, it would be just tell the truth. Just tell the story. If it's embarrassing, if it's disgraceful, just tell it. But if it does involve, like, if it's a monetary thing, then, oh, wow. Girly Gamer's got info. Tiffany Garibaldi. So she's the one that was with Marissa, according to Honey Boner earlier on. Right, so did she ever talk about having a friend called Tiffany, though? I mean, I know her addiction to Tiffany everything, but I've never. Or is Tiffany not, oh, now I've forgotten her name. I was going to say Jordana. What's her name? The one that does the insane super chats. Same county, 15 minutes apart. And there are people speculating that she was actually arrested at the hotel because it looks like she's got the hotel robe on. Jomana. Is her real name Tiffany? Does anyone know? 8! My biggest live audience ever. Go Tori. Go Tori. I'm only going to do this because I'm amused because I'm small fry. I'm not aiming to be big, but I get a bit excited when I break a record. Once we hit 10, I promise I'll stop. 8, go girl. Thank you, honey boner. Diamond something ring. What's that girl's name? The Tiffany girl, or the Jomana girl. Jomana went on a live. She donates to make other people do not. A live chat. So she just purely. Do you reckon Molly gives her the money to donate, or do you think? Because Molly talks about her being filthy rich, doesn't she? Oh, her real name is Anne. Okay. So who's this Tiffany chick? It's a scam. Yeah, well, I don't know. Why would people do it? You like attracts like, right? So, Clary T, you're on the ball. I'm glad you found me because yeah, I'm curious more than anything, and I felt like I'd missed out. But it seems like we're all in the same boat. Everyone knows the same thing. But who here thinks the best thing for her to do would be to tell the truth? Or do you think she'll take this to trial? Promote others to donate. Did you see the lady A chat? Ah, Clarity, I like you. I like the quiet ones, the quiet observers. You probably know more than most because I think when you're participating in chats and stuff on YouTube, lives and things, you probably don't get the full gist of it unless it's a small live like mine where it's very intimate. We're all in the know. Her son does super chats to get went off on Lady A and she got around $300. Yes, I was in there that night. I was. Girly Gamer too. I joined at around 3,000 as well. And yeah, it just grew so suddenly, but so much drama. And who can be bothered with that shit? Like, YouTube should be, I was going to say escapism, but I actually disagree that it's escapism because it is very real. Although, is her channel real? She's sort of got this character. Is that what she's like in real life? Um, but who can be bothered? I went to a school with really bitchy girls and I couldn't wait to leave there. And I discovered as soon as I left school that you can choose who you hang out with and you can also choose what sort of person you are. And I found drama and gossip and bitching and everything really physically affected me. And I can't be bothered. The amount of energy I've got now, I want to pour it into people that I love and people who make me laugh and things that are interesting. Same, I got drawn in with the Chris Watts thing for sure. And I donated on that night, the analyzer one, but I donated it for Jay. It's for justice. It was my little nod, and it was a piss weak amount of money. I didn't care, but I was guilty of. That was the night I learned how to super chat. But after the event, I sort of went, "Why did I do that? If I'm going to ever do super chats, like I did a super chat today with Oni because I wanted to hear the robot read out my emojis, and it was hilarious. It was worth it. But yeah, I was just curious, but it seems like some of you are very on the ball. So hopefully, if I miss out again tomorrow, because work is insanely busy, like first day back, and it's just been, I wasn't ready for it. But yeah, the YouTube drama, I think, like attracts like, or if you sling mud, it's going to get slung back at you. Oh, have I missed something? So GoLightly has her donate to push others to donate, and it's not real donations. But see, other people donating doesn't make people donate. I mean, we're all independent thinkers, aren't we? Get more subs, could be a ploy. So why is Jomana now turning on her? It's also, I mean, her channel just went exploded, and she was one of the first. I mean, I know she says she was the first, but she was the first that I saw talking about Chris Watts, but that doesn't mean she definitely was the first. People are strange. You reckon she'll get loads toxic free? I don't know. The vibe I'm getting from this is people are done with her, even her supporters. I mean, Jemana, wasn't she one of her friends? So weird. The Chris Watts stuff made her take off, and yeah, we watched that go on, and then saw all kinds of train wrecks. I mean, I don't know if any of you were in the night that she was in the hotel room in Kansas City with Holly. But that was actually really fun. I really enjoyed it. I love watching people mucking around, and we're all telling her to draw penises on her friend's face because she was asleep. But I found her to be really natural, and she seemed to be genuinely having fun. That was probably the first thing I saw her do that I actually felt like I saw a bit into her life, because she was there with a really close friend. Her guard was down, and she was I don't know, I like pranks, harmless ones. I like being in on stuff like that. I found that quite entertaining. The pug saga. Snorting meth. What the fuck? Yeah, well, in my little chat that I did earlier that isn't entertaining or funny or anything, so don't bother watching it. I mean, this is bloody nearly an hour of me crapping on as well. But um, one of the girls in the chat earlier, she's predicted that the next thing for Marissa is going to be rehab. But I don't know enough about Jemana. Good friend. I have seen that, or maybe I heard you say it, Honey Bone, or I have seen the Real Housewives stuff. See, that's another thing. I mean, there's a Real Housewives of Melbourne. There's an Australian one, but I don't watch it. I don't watch free to air telly. But I did, yeah. Jemana sounds like trouble. Hmm. I mean, look, I wouldn't wish anything bad on anyone who's just going through life being a good person, not hurting anybody. And I really wouldn't wish bad even on my worst enemy. I'm a bit of a softie. But watching this unravel, like when it was sort of train wreck viewing, it was fun. But this at the moment is sort of yucky and sad. And also, who the fuck knows what's happened? Yeah, it's not, it's been a really interesting thing to watch because it's all happened so quickly, and this sort of all collapsing really quickly as well. The secret to my skin is lava and mineral water. I did. I think I actually briefly was at 9. I think that's the new number. But everyone's talking about it, and there's probably nobody alive at the moment. I'd imagine America's starting to wake up and get ready to go to work on Monday morning. Would that be right? Bueller? Bueller? 10. Don't tell anyone. As soon as I say something, it'll go to 0. Correct. Yes. So people are getting up and going to work. So it's not really a great time for people to go live. And I'm probably one of the few idiots it is. And it's now 1:15. I am back, Joey, because I wanted to know about the Marissa stuff like you did earlier. I too found true crime and gossip, and I also found a podcast that imploded, but I followed one half of the podcast because I really loved her, and that is J's for Justice. I love that she's doing other crimes, and she's a really good interviewer for somebody who hasn't done interviews and stuff before. She was so good I didn't get to see all of it, but when she had the psychic guy on, she listens, and someone's left. They obviously don't like Jay or me. That's all right. I don't mind. I'm probably going to have to go to bed because I do have to get up and go to work in the morning. It isn't going to be the crime of the century. I just think Marissa would be really smart to tell the truth about what happened, because the people who genuinely love her will forgive her, and the people who don't love her are just going to make up stories and get information wrong, because that's one thing I've observed with YouTube is that it doesn't matter how often someone pleads the truth and says no. Like, I don't believe the pug scam was a whole made up thing. I think she genuinely did think she was getting that pug. And I do think that woman genuinely did buy it for her. But yeah, there's a lot of speculating, and from her half and from other people. That, like I said, there's a lot of drama, and people have been hurt, and they're raw, and they're all reacting like hurt and raw people do. Um, but I think honesty is the best policy here. Or does she just vanish from YouTube forever? I don't think she will. I think she loves the attention. I guess anyone on YouTube does. I mean, I don't want bad attention, but it's nice having people to chat to. Who's Sherry? I've seen Sherry being mentioned a few times. I don't think I know who Sherry is. I'm such a YouTube novice. Loves the drama. Well, she does, and that's the thing. But I can't be bothered in my personal life. I don't want drama with the people I actually know and love and engage with every day. Why would you want to have it with people on YouTube? I think YouTube's a really cool medium where we could all hang out and get a bit of insight into other people's lives and find like-minded people, or have some lively debates, or entertain the trolls. I loved entertaining my little troll the other night. It was great fun. But I think True Stories with Ms. Sherry Wins. Wins? Wins. Okay. I'll look out for that. There's no drama, no. And even if a troll comes in, I do stand up comedy. They just like hecklers to me. And if they say some funny shit that gives me a chance to show you I've got a on the spot quick wit, bring it on. But at 12:15 on a Monday night, I'm not really going to be firing out the one liners. I really just wanted an update on MGL, and I've got it. And I got that about 10 minutes into this video, and we're now, well, this live, and it's now nearly an hour. 11. Hello, number 11. Fuck, I wish I didn't have to go to bed. The numbers are, because I'll be a nightmare at work tomorrow. But yeah, why would you even want the drama? But I think for me, if I were Molly Golightly, I'd be going, oh my God, guys, I fucked up big time. I've done this. I'm a mess and I need help. And I'm sorry for all the people I've pissed off, either intentionally or unintentionally. But I don't think that's going to happen. And yeah, there's a lot of people speculating the whole thing's kind of all been set up, like the video about how she wasn't feeling well because she'd eaten shitty food. That was all part of it. She was actually hungover and hadn't been back from the cop shop for very long. But what does anyone think about her wearing the robe from the hotel in the mugshot? Anyone else think that that's? I mean, I haven't looked that closely at the photo, the mugshot. There were 11, honey bone. I know you said that and it's gone back to 10. I don't look the numbers thing, to be honest. I had a birthday party yesterday and I had about all at one time, I probably had no more than 14 people. Across the day, I probably had 20 max. And I love it because, okay, black top on. Yeah, I kind of thought if the cops rocked up at a hotel to arrest you, surely they would let you put some clothes on. Hey, you in the hotel issue robe and slippers and shower cap? You're coming with us. Wonder if she got given prison issue pajamas, or the little orange or the green stripe of the Phrase range, or the Watts orange with the matching orange Crocs, or do you have to actually be held in custody to be issued those little numbers? Yeah, I don't think you've missed much at all, Des. That's why we were chatting to see if anyone knew anything. But it sounds like we're all in the same boat, because I missed I was working today, but I could see that there was drama afoot on the YouTubes. And I just started this to see if anyone knew anything. But those who are following it and very meticulous and have a lot of information don't know really much more than us who were sort of passively observing it from a distance today and had a quick flick, lunch break and after work. So yeah, I think all we know is she's been arrested. The charge is theft, $500 bond. Looks like there was maybe someone in cahoots with her, Tiffany Giraldi or something. Can I get sued for mentioning people's names and giving out false information? I could. I haven't given out any false information. I'm just updating you, Des, on the info I've been given. And anyway, I'm a lawyer, so if I do get into trouble, I'll just defend myself. I can't read the chat. Jamana could have set her up. Oh. Slipped her credit card in Marissa's purse. Oh. All the theories. I mean, it's certainly got people talking. But this is where she got into trouble in the first place and everyone else. People talk and everything gets taken out of context, and the next thing you know, the train is slamming into the side of a mountain and there's a shitload of people watching. Okay, black dress, black top. Yeah, I didn't think it was a black robe. It was the only one of the few bits of information I found. County jail. What do I need to Google to figure it out? Des, I don't know. I mean, your Googling skills might be superior to anyone else's. You may dig up stuff, but it looks like the people that are really following this religiously don't know much more than I do, and I really know sweet fuck all. The names are on a public website. I kind of like the setting up thing, but fuck. This is why you don't take on people, and orange is the new Tiffany blue. Miss Pale Paranoia, your name's cute. Even if you are pale and paranoid. All right, well, I think, based on the fact that I've now clocked up an hour, and we're all in the same boat, thank you for joining me and for the information you've added. I guess everyone will be watching with bated breath to see what happens next. But this YouTube world blows my mind. It's like we're all living in this. We're all part of a reality show, and a real reality show. Basically, the YouTube world is a shitload of people all living a reality show. I mean, I'm in fucking Tasmania, and it's midnight on a school night, and I'm sitting here chatting to people about an American YouTuber's fall from grace rather than being tucked up in my bed. Like, it's gripping. It's gripping. Pay for the police report. Oh, someone will. Someone will pay for it. Pink Lady Luck. Yeah, they're all so invested in her and probably have a lot of resources available to them. I think if you put yourself out there and parroting and stuff, then people with information are going to be attracted to you, especially if they don't like her, and help you out. But I'm not really... Real Housewives of YouTube. Yep. And house husbands. I'm trying to think of a name for my channel. Maybe that's what it should be. Real Housewives of YouTube. And what we have to do is just put our feelers out there and just find people. Season 1's Molly GOLIGHTLY, and then season 2 we have to find someone else who has a rapid, shoots up through the rankings really rapidly. I mean, the growth of her channel was rapid. And now the fall from grace as well. And it's awful in a way. Like, I don't feel happy that this is happening, but I haven't been personally attacked by her, or she hasn't. I've seen what she's done, but I've also seen people do pretty awful things to her too. What's that horrible saying? No, it's not horrible, but there's, and it's so horrible I've forgotten it. But don't throw the glass house. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Is this not a fucking glass house? The stones were being thrown everywhere. And it's gripping, and it's really nice to be in the audience and not be one of the characters. But yeah, maybe that should be the name of my YouTube channel. Although, not many, I mean, we've got an Australian version of Real Housewives, but I don't think it's that popular. It's not really a very big Aussie thing. I'd like a few Aussies to join in occasionally. I really should put mascara on when I do these, but it's so late and I've been at the beach. And I really don't give a flying fuck. I'm not here to pick up dudes. Do it. What? Call it Real Housewives of YouTube. But I want the house husbands too. I love male perspectives. Yeah, and you don't want to star in a shit show. I mean, it might be Real Housewives might be well known enough here that I could get away with it, but that's no, because then we're just going to be talking about all the drama that's going on. I'd rather pop on occasion and get a little update, and then go back to the reviews and cooking and chats on the beach and shit that I do as well. If you change your YouTube channel name, you're stuck with it for quite a while, I think. See, I haven't mastered the art of the don't shove your whole hand. Fuck. I keep saying there's a comment. Oh, here we go. It is summer here. Yes. The Real Housewives of YouTube. Does it get hot in Tassie? It does. The hole in the ozone layers over Tassie. So I'm quite tanned for someone in an island that's 40 degrees south of the equator. But it doesn't get stinky hot like mainland Australia. And if we have a hot day, it's one hot day. It's an island. We get sea breezes but yeah, usually if there's a 40-degree day or a 42 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, but that's over 100 Fahrenheit, it's only for 1 or 2 days max. But there are other places in Australia that have hardcore heat waves, but not here. So lots of walks on the beach and swimming and stuff, but not crazy hot. It is late. It's fucking 12:30, Joey. I've got to go to work in the morning. I agree, Des Fly. I think YouTube personalities, a lot of them are drama llamas. But look what happens. And why would you? I mean, I've been crapping on for an hour and 7 minutes. Okay, I don't have 20,000 people watching me, but we've all had a chat. I've got the information I was after, which isn't really more than what I knew, but I know that I know as much as everyone else does. Some new people have joined for the first time ever. Like and subscribe, guys. I do lots of different shit. And this is a fledgling YouTube channel. I'm experimenting with backgrounds. You'll see different parts of my house. You'll see me on the beach where I live. You'll see me driving. I'll take you on drives around Tassie. There's some pretty cool scenery. I'm going up to... You're here from CCC. Des! I don't know your name in CC. You've got a different name. Desiree, maybe. Desiree, is that you? I shouldn't say that. People on YouTube have their little secret squirrel names. But if it is Desiree, thank you for supporting my lives, not only in our group on Facebook, but also on here. And if it's not, it is Desiree. Gorgeous girl. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for subscribing, Clary T. I like this too because I can chat to you guys. This is manageable. I much prefer this medium. It's fun. But, oh, you're an Aussie living in Florida, missing the Aussie accent. But my Child Free Chicks group, the members that are in there that are in Florida, they say that in America, everyone says Florida is the Australia of America. And my best mate who lives in Hawaii, my best mate from school in Tassie, she married a Marine and they live in Hawaii at the moment, but they were in Florida, in Jacksonville, and they had 2 different places they lived in Florida. Yeah, the Aussie of America, Australia of America, the American Australia, whatever. How long have you been over there? Are you coming back? Anyway, I'll wait one more second. Does anyone ever just like pull chipmunk faces for the hell of it at people, just random strangers? 8 years. I bet you miss the accent. Do you miss twisties? Cheese or chicken? You probably buy that shit. You can buy all that stuff. World Trader, you can buy everything now from all over the world. That's why they're called World Traders. You married your hubby and he's an American, I'm guessing. Son lives in Clearwater, now coming from San Diego. Rains all over. Oh, just you chatting amongst yourselves. That's cute too. But this is nice. I feel like we're having a dinner party. In fact, I'm going to do some cooking soon. Not now. Clearwater is the Scientology capital. God. So there's also a shitload of money in Clearwater then. All right, the numbers are dropping off. I really should be dropping off because it's 12:30. I mean, luckily I only need about 5.5 hours sleep. But my first week back at work, it's probably pretty uncool to be doing a YouTube live at this hour. I am going to do a cooking live. I'll do a few. You miss everything. Well, we're keeping it all safe for you for when you do get to pop back here. Miss Pale Paranoia. Joey, rock on. I'll do Shaka. 8:37 a.m. Good night, Desiree. Thank you for my new people that have come in. Sorry about this thing. I think doing it in the kitchen's going to suck. This camera's just constantly trying to focus. And I don't know if it's off-putting for you, but it's really giving me the shits. Thanks for hanging out with me. I didn't mean for it. It took an hour and 11 minutes to find out. Even though I didn't get to keep up with the Molly Golightly shit today, I know as much as everyone else. Well, cheers for that, guys. I'm going to go to bed. And thanks for joining me. And I guess we'll all find out something soon enough. Take care, lovely people. I need a sign off. So if anyone can think of something, I'd like to end my lives with a little... I've got it. It's been great chatting. You're all lovely people. So go and get rooted.